Hey everyone, thanks for joining us right here on Midday, Kentucky. Everyone's yelling at me, people, from one ear to the crew to the guests.
And I just yell at
And you just yell at me. How are you all?
Doing good. How
Everyone, Mandy from 106.3
Yay,
is stepping back in. Katie is out on assignment. Again, she'll be back tomorrow. Everyone, how are you, my dear?
I'm doing wonderful.
What was the hottest topic on radio today?
Oh my goodness. I would say nose hair extensions.
I saw that.
What? You heard that? You didn't see it?
No, I
You heard
saw
it.
it online.
Tell
too,
me.
Yes.
But I heard this as well.
Because I have my nose waxed.
Okay, yes.
I
that
post
is a
videos
thing,
of that.
That is a thing also.
Every man, and I'm telling you women out there, if your man's not nose waxing, there's a
He
problem.
should.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm going to wax stubs on air.
Oh goodness.
Go on, talk to me.
Basically, some girl on Instagram thought it would be kind of funny to take, you know, those eyelashes that, you know,
Yeah,
that you
eyelash
wear.
extensions.
Eyelash extensions. She just glues it on the inside of her nose on both of them, and it curls right out.
Oh,
It does. It
so
looks
it was a
real
girl,
tough.
it was a prank.
Well, she
It's
did
not
it
a
to be
thing.
funny, but now everybody's picking up on it, and they want to be funny and cute just like
It's
her.
like having eyelashes on your nose.
Yes.
Basically,
Hanging out.
and it looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
It's pretty.
This is not cool.
No, it's not.
It's not really, so that was the topic for today.
Well, yes.
Oh, and apart from your second date
Yeah,
phone calls,
second
I
date
love that,
update.
everyone. If you don't know, very quickly, you set people up on blind dates.
No,
Are they
I don't
blind
set.
dates?
Actually, I don't set them up. They already go out,
Oh.
and then they don't. One of them.
Oh, so
doesn't
you don't
call.
instigate the dates?
I don't instigate it. I
Oh.
instigate the phone calls.
Oh, okay. So these couples go out on dates,
Yeah.
and then Mandy rings them and finds out why they haven't called the date back,
Right.
and
It
it's very
gets-
funny.
it's really
She
awkward.
gets to the bottom line
right.
of what's going on. I like
106.3,
it.
everyone, and we announced yesterday that if you want to go on a date
That's
and be
right.
set up, email Mandy. Where do they go?
Mandy, Mandy at your1063.com.
That's what we need to do, everyone. Okay, look, I love American politics, okay? I'm not a political person because I don't know the history that well, but I just like to chime in every now and then. And something that's tickled my funny bone over the last 2 days is what the press are touting is the big fight between Melania Trump and of course she's the first lady, but is she really the wife? Ivana Trump, of course, came out yesterday and said she was the first Trump, so really she's the first wife. And I have to say to her, I love her. I wish she was the first wife, because first lady, because with a hairdo like that, doll, the bigger the hair, the closer to God, I say. So what do you both think? We all know she was joking.
Was she though?
I know. That's a kicker to it. Was she?
That's the funny thing.
I know.
But I just think it's funny how we as a media have completely turned this upside down and created what they class as this new feud.
Oh yes.
Look, I don't really
We love
think
drama.
either one of them care. And Ivana, keep saying it, Dal, because I think you're fabulous. Don't you agree?
I know.
Yes.
And
I love it.
I just love the way she said it all, with all that work she's had done and that house that she's.
Still has the same hairstyle.
It's novelty. I love it. I love it. Anyway, so let's get on to something a little bit more. Well, maybe it's not so,
Yeah,
serious.
just on to the next one.
Yeah. Hey, you're on a plane watching Legally Blonde for the 100th time, and you suddenly find yourself inexplicably sobbing. If this scenario sounds all too familiar, then you're not alone. In fact, 15% of men and 6% of women,
Oh.
I'm sorry, reported that they're more likely to cry while watching a film during a flight than if they were to watch it anywhere else.
Interesting.
Let's be real. Have you ever been on a long journey? Have you traveled overseas?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, have you?
Yes.
So you probably watch 2 or 3 movies a flight.
Yes.
But do you sob or laugh out loud, or be honest?
You know, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
I don't
think you
remember
sob more
sobbing.
there?
I don't remember sobbing. It's the laughing, part of it was, yeah, I did.
That you laugh out
And
loud.
do you go, oh my gosh, I just laughed too loud, so
Yes.
is everyone?
Kingpin.
Yeah.
It was Kingpin that
Yeah.
I was watching. and that's
What's
just-
that?
Oh, it's hilarious. You've got to see it.
Okay.
It's a
okay.
great movie.
All right. What do you?
Usually I laugh out loud, but if I'm like crying, I try to cover it up because I feel like the person next to me is like, "What are you
Yeah.
doing? Why
Well,
are you
here's
so
a couple of
crazy?"
reasons why that might happen. Now, there's no clear-cut reason why, but this scientist has tried to sort of work out. Some believe that the slight reduction in oxygen levels at high altitude might affect the levels of serotonin and dopamine in the brain, thus altering our mood and potentially making some of us more susceptible to feeling of sadness. There's a few people that I think like that down on Earth here. They don't need to get up in the air to be sobbing uncontrollably. Also, you have to watch movies with headphones on, which forces you to really immerse yourself in the movie, which is true.
Yeah, that is true.
But then you also have a sense that you're completely alone.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I can see that.
Come and live
actually.
at my house and you realise you are alone. Because I live alone. And I will often laugh and cry at Real Housewives of New York.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
no
get up
shame.
and walk away and think, and say out loud, Troy, why are you laughing at that movie? And why? Literally. That's what happens
You start
when
talking to yourself.
I'm perfectly happy to, but then I'll get on the phone and tell someone I was just doing that, which is even worse. Okay, now we have to talk about, look, we were going to talk about this yesterday, but we didn't get to it.
Yes.
And we're talking about exercising your brain.
Yes.
But you're saying exercise your brain by doing exercise.
Yes,
Actual
yes,
physical.
that's what the end result is with the
Yes.
exercise. So, yes, exercising on a regular basis isn't just good for your figure, but it's also good for the brain, according to a new study with the National Institutes on Health, which found that running once a day has a transformative effect on cognitive health. And what they did, what they said was that it took just 1 week of running on a wheel for mice for them to see a difference in the amount of new neurons, the brain connections that
This
are
was
being
done on
formed in the brain.
mice?
Yes, this was done on mice once a day, and it went for 1 week on a little wheel, the little
course.
spinny wheel.
I've been on one of those wheels.
I'm sure you have your whole life.
An adult one?
It's like, get me off, get me off.
And but they said it makes their reaction sharper and their memory better. And so what they're saying is that, and this was published in the scientific reports, and the lead investigator was Henriette Van Praag, who also actually she was the author of a study that was done with the University of Kentucky back in 2012, which also found that people that exercise, fitter people, have bigger brains and better memories.
Nice.
And so she has a listing of all these different studies now
Look.
and doing more.
He's like,
There are too many one-liners there. We've seen a few beautiful people. Did you say beautiful? Were they beautiful?
It didn't say anything
Oh.
about their
Well,
looks.
we've seen a few people who are buffed and trim and fit.
Yes.
Not too much going on over there.
Says their brains are bigger.
Doesn't mean they're active.
they're not actively using their brains. So.
Exactly.
But or we don't know where they started either.
Valid
True.
point.
Here's the thing, is I know, look, I'm back at the gym. I've got my little trainer. I go a couple of days a week again because the one's getting a little bit chubby again. I can't help it, people. I eat too much. But I will say, I do feel a lot better when I have been to the gym.
Better
I
meaning
hate
what?
it.
Better
Well,
meaning what?
mentally I feel a little bit clearer. And I feel
Yeah.
less
Relaxed, stressed.
stress. So I would assume by having those feelings would allow you to think clearer and be more active mentally.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I used to get up every morning. I know I get up early enough as it
Well,
is.
you can't now because you're up too early.
Well, no,
already.
I used to, about a year ago, I would get up at 3 in the morning and get on my elliptical and then go
At
to work.
3 in the morning?
Yes. Well, I had to be at
Wow.
work at 4:30, so I would get up and do it. And I found that the days that I didn't do that, I would trip up and mess up more than I did on the days that,
Interesting.
I was actually working
Yeah.
out. So I would find that to be true.
Well, they say that it creates, when you're running once a day, it creates not only more of these neurons, these brain connections, but it makes the connections better. There's not only more, but they're better too. Better quality.
Hey,
I've just got to shut up.
Maybe the ones that don't really have a whole lot going on up there.
Need to start running?
Yes. Yep. Run.
Anyway, let's get to something riveting, everyone. And we're talking about the latest issue when it comes to models not shaving their legs.
Now, look, I am fully supportive on people who.
We're very high-end
yeah.
here in our conversation.
Hey, I have nothing against people who, whether they want to shave or
Go
not.
a la naturel.
All natural.
What's
I
the
am
problem?
for them. Well, the problem is recently Adidas did this Strong Woman campaign,
Yeah.
and they featured a young model, a Swedish model, and in their ad. And in the ad, you'll see her kneeling down.
Is that a woman?
That is a woman.
Oh, wow.
That is a woman, and that's the problem. It's supposed to be this beautiful, strong ad supporting, you know, women are strong and be yourself type thing.
It almost looks photoshopped.
It does. It doesn't look real.
It's not real.
As you can tell, her legs are not shaved.
And her arms and hands.
Well, yeah.
Does she got tattoos on her arms?
It looks like she has tattoo on her arms, yes.
Like seriously, does it look like a woman to you?
It really
It
doesn't.
didn't.
It
It
doesn't.
didn't.
But the problem with this whole ad is she's been getting a lot of backlash
Well, I
and
can
even
imagine.
death threats over it, which to me is
She
a bit
has
much.
or Adidas?
She has, not Adidas.
Who has the time or,
I know.
or the judgment
To do that.
give
Well, we
def-
just judged.
We did. We definitely did.
Well, no, we were given our opinion. Do you think she looks like a guy? Yeah, kind of. You know, to me, that's not judging. That's an opinion. But for somebody to give a death threat for this?
I know, it's crazy.
That's a bit dramatic.
To me, when I see it, in my head, I immediately think, you go ahead, girl. That's awesome. You,
Yeah,
you
it's
do
like-
you, that type of thing.
Right.
Personally, would I do that? Would I be comfortable, you know, having hairy legs? Probably not, but I wouldn't be so quick to be like, that's awful. She
But
should
here's
never
the
do
thing.
that.
Can I just say, what was the message for this again?
It's supposed to be like their strong woman campaign. You know, be yourself.
empowering women
Empowering
and-
women to not. You don't have to have that typical stereotype where, you know, women have to shave their legs or their arms or, you know,
Right.
we're trying to break that mold to where women can be themselves and not have to be stereotyped. Well, women have to be this way all the time.
Can I just say something? And I'm happy for you both to jump on me, and I'll probably cause, if you want to send the emails in, do so. Isn't it women that want to look more feminine by shaving their legs? And do you see what I'm?
I would say most
Yeah.
women, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'm a little unsure why you think that, why Adidas think women would find that ad attractive,
yeah.
because I don't feel the need that a woman to be strong and powerful needs to grow her leg hair,
Right, right.
because it
It's more of an
almost
inner
looks like
power.
you're taking the Mickey out of something like that. Do you know what I mean by taking
Yeah.
the Mickey out?
No.
Well,
Explain that.
making fun of that model.
Yeah.
So it's like taking it completely the other way.
Right.
You know, so
Like you're
to-
setting her up.
For a woman, if you need to be strong and fit and healthy, you need to have hairy legs.
Right.
Because you with shaved legs and looking feminine doesn't mean that you can be strong.
Right.
Am I wrong with that?
No, I
Yeah.
mean I totally
I get
would
what you're
agree with
saying.
you that. But I mean I also see where they're trying the concept that they're trying to get across. Maybe mostly just
Be
know,
yourself.
be yourself type thing.
And like yourself,
Yeah.
however, you know, if you want to shave it, you know, you can. If you don't, you don't.
I
Yeah.
got you.
But I
But
think
does it make it sell more Adidas tennis shoes?
probably not.
Yeah.
But maybe I mean because
Well, I don't listen. If you think that's going to make a woman buy shoes, I think that advertising agency that put that campaign together
Yeah.
has read their audience completely wrong.
Very true.
Because Adidas is not that brand. I say Adidas,
But,
it's
but then again,
Adidas.
it is in Sweden, and I believe over there they believe in things differently. Like they grow their arm hair out, and I mean their armpit hair and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Well,
Wow.
you know, who are we to judge? You two are very judgy today, I've noticed.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hey everyone,
are,
after the
sorry.
break we learned from Georgetown Hospital exactly how genetic counselling can help treat breast cancer. Then later we take a look at some non-lethal self-defense items. Oh my gosh, girls. You're watching Midday Kentucky, everyone. Stick with it. Oh,
no, I was shocking you.